Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom reviews. You see by title below, this is on episode 12 of Masou Gakuen HxH. Yes, that means this is the final episode of the season. There's no more, going into your room, locking the door, headphones on, ready for some beautiful, gosh darn, near hentai fan service. No, this is done. Well, it's done for now. You did see at the end of this episode there was a to be continued. So who knows? There's a possibility. You never know. We may get a second season. I'm not saying this anime was like the best anime I've ever watched and I want a season 2 for sure. But if there was a season 2, I'm not gonna complain. I definitely watch it. Like literally, the fan service in this one is probably one of the best I've seen in a while. And like literally I was just like every week wondering, I wonder what new type of fan service they're gonna have. And then of course this week, pretty much last week, we saw it ended where he's like, oh, there's a special place for you, and it was in a school. And I'm like, that's Aine's special place? What the hell, Kizuna? And then yeah, we get some public kind of things going on. What was next? What possibly could they do next? This time, let's practically have him groping her, putting his hand and just like up in there, in front of the whole school pretty much. First part, it's in a classroom, takes off her panties, makes her have to go up there and, right in the board while her skirt's going up, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, is she not wearing any panties? And I thought it would have been funny if one of the guys was saying something like, oh damn, kind of thing, or something stupid like that, but that doesn't happen. And then of course, after they're in front of everyone in like an auditorium, and he's just like literally just whoop whoop all up in there, and that was pretty much our big fan service of this episode. Sure, it may have not been, in my opinion, the best one of the series, but it was a pretty good one, I gotta admit. Like, I was wondering what they would do, and I'm not disappointed. I expected maybe something even crazier or something. Like, I expected at the end of this series to have a huge, massive orgy kind of thing, but this was fine. It was fine. I still enjoyed the fan service in this one. After that, of course, though, she is not able to do the climax hybrid because right when she's about to, I guess, like grab the power, she sees a younger version of herself and she gets scared, and boom, they're back to normal. In the the whole room's back to normal, everything, and it looked like it was not complete, and all of a sudden, boom, the whole thing shakes. They go outside, and guess what? The rest of the girls got messed up good. They're stuck inside a nightmare. You see, Hayuru in her nightmare, where a bunch of those people that she let die all of a sudden are like going, like crawling on her. Why didn't you save us? Why didn't you save us? And I gotta say, if I was in her shoes, I'd piss my pants. That's creepy. That's like a bunch of zombies. Of course, that's not the reason why she's scared. But yeah, and then of course Euryshia's is not being able to save Scarlet. We don't really see what Sylvia's nightmare was. We didn't really see anything before that would clarify or show. So it makes sense that they don't show that. But of course, yeah, they're all not able to fight. All of a sudden, the captain, whatever her name is, I think it was, let me see, Zelxion or something. She pretty much puts Aine underneath like her regular dream spell thing, and all of a sudden Aine is looking for her memories kind of thing. She finds this door, and at first she doesn't want to go through it, and obviously her younger self there says once she goes through it she'll never be the same kind of thing. But of course she decides to go through it after obviously seeing Kizuna be hurt. To which another thing is, we get to see Kizuna, yes, once again another power up. I was wondering what he was going to be able to do. He wasn't able to go full on his power with Zetos, and he ended up getting knocked into the building. But guess what? The power of love, it doesn't matter if they're not, sexually touching each other or anything. It's a different form of love, and the ultimate form of love, as his sister says. And he was able to connect with all three, of the girls, Hayuru, Euryshiya, and Sylvia. To which, of course, we get this. I'm not gonna lie, I was cracking my ass off. Like, what the hell? Magical girl transformation for Kizuna. That moment when it went like up his butt and like it pushed his butt up, and he's like, oh. I was like, what the hell just happened? What is going on? What is this? Why is this showing? I was laughing my ass off. Like, what the hell? But overall, besides that weird, magical girl transformation of Kizuna, he becomes superpowered, able to, it's called Amaterasu mode, and he's able to use all their powers, and he ends up pretty much pushing her back to the point where she gets mad and starts to try and use, Aine's body to kill him, to which Aine stops that from happening by waking up, by going through the door. Her hair turns pink because of her climax hybrid, I guess. I'm guessing that's how it happened. I'm guessing it doesn't really clarify or show what she remembers, because obviously when she goes through there, she probably gets all her memory back and everything. So that's something to look forward to if there is another season, or if you want to read the source material, then there's that. But pretty much what happens is, of course, she ends up becoming superpowered, and ends up like full on just, what was it, code breaker, and literally just everyone's suits are all gone, not working. She defeats them, and we even have this moment where we see Kizuna's mom saying the next step in the experiment is ready to go, which means that she planned all this. She knew this was going to happen. So that's pretty crazy to think about, that Kizuna's mom is still, like, everyone is still, she's like the puppet master, and she's just controlling all of them right now. We don't know what the hell her experiment, what the hell her plan really is. But the episode does end with everyone being awakened. Everyone in the whole area, including those people that were under the spell kind of thing, are now awake as well. That's pretty much a bad, that sucks, waking up. I mean, sure, that's not them, but waking up to seeing everything around you destroyed kind of thing, that's gotta be kind of scary. Like, I'd be like, holy shit, what's going on? Where the hell are we? I'd be freaking out. Those people were just like, huh? What? Oh, yeah, oh, everything's destroyed now, like, what the hell? Unless, like, I don't know, I don't even know what's going on there. But yeah, it does end with pretty much Aine and the rest of them all happy and everything. They, save the day. Nice little sunset thing going on. We see Kizuna and Aine holding hands, cross-fingered holding hands. And then, you think that's the end? Nope. Guess what? Some other girl comes out, clothes for some reason all over the place, like just caressing her body. And she calls Aine a princess. Obviously, we kind of figured that she was a princess. And then she calls her sister. And then we got to be continued, which means, yes, there is a possibility of a season 2. Either that, or it's pretty much to be continued. Go, read the source material, to which I'm not too sure where it goes from here, but how far was the anime adapted from the source material. But it should be pretty interesting to see if there would be a season 2. If there's a season 2, not gonna lie, I would definitely watch it. I mean, come on, it was probably one of the highlights of my week to be able to go and watch the fan service in this one. I'm not saying the story was amazing, but it was still okay as well. If I had to rate this whole season overall, I would probably say like a good 6.5, close to a 7, but not 7 yet. I know you're probably thinking that's not really that good, but out of a 10 for what I would rate things, I think that's pretty good. Especially, like, it's good. I love the fan service. There were some things that I've never seen in quite a while, kind of thing, or like pretty much near hentai moments. They went pretty damn far, but on the level of story, it wasn't the most amazing story. And I feel if we're in terms of fan service, it's probably in that mid tier. The high tier for me is like High School DxD and Shin Maimao no Testament are both two really good fan service animes with great fan service and good story as well. This one, the story was okay. It didn't really strike me as crazy. The characters were nice, but they weren't like particularly amazing either. But I still enjoyed it. The fan service was one of a kind. Like, I've never seen, like, it went pretty damn near hentai. Okay, High School DxD and Shin Maimao no Testament go pretty close too. But that was the season. This one, they went pretty damn near hentai. So that's one thing I gotta give it pretty good. For fan service. Definitely still think that this is probably better than 100 as well from the last season. But yeah, it's all I gotta really say about this, guys. Overall, I thought this episode was pretty damn good. A pretty good way to end the whole series overall. Series, like I said, 6.5, maybe like slightly higher, close to 7 out of 10. But that's pretty much all I'll give it. But overall, I still enjoyed it, and yeah, that's really all I gotta say for the review, guys. So hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy it, give a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. It really does help the channel. And yeah, I honestly, it's been a good run for this one. I gotta say, lots of new different fan service scenes that I never thought I would see. Definitely near hentai. Definitely enjoyable. Definitely wouldn't mind a season 2. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So till next time, see ya.